Hello, 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 beautiful soul. Welcome to lesson 2, where we're going to deal with how to adopt the right mindset to create and to sustain multiple income streams. Welcome to lesson 2. Thank you for completing lesson 1, which was the foundation of the course, and we spoke about purpose, the importance of knowing and understanding your purpose. Because as I said, all of these multiple income streams that we're going to talk about and the blueprint to use flows from purpose. Right. So the reality is that our lives are a product of mindsets that we hold. Our lives are a product of mindsets that we hold. So what we manifest in our lives is a direct correlation of the mindsets and beliefs that we hold. When I speak about manifest, I'm saying, what do people see in our lives? The reality that is present in our lives, the reality that we are living in, is a very clear indicator and is a result of the thoughts and beliefs that we hold. There is a powerful saying in scripture that says, as a man thinks or thinketh in his heart, so is he. Very powerful. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So our reality and who we are in the reality we are experiencing is as a result of our thoughts, what we've been thinking about, the thoughts we've been entertaining, the beliefs we are entertaining. They make us. So our lives then are a total sum of our thoughts and beliefs. So it goes without saying that if we want to change our lives, what should we change? Our thoughts, our beliefs. To change the reality that we're experiencing, we need to change the thoughts that have informed and created that reality. So we simply create our reality by creating and even changing our thoughts. We adopt the right thoughts, we adopt the right mindset, our reality will change accordingly. So, as an example, if our operating beliefs and mindset is that of lack and it's that of scarcity, we will manifest scarcity in our lives. But if our lives and our mindsets is that of abundance, that of growing, a growth mindset, that my life is about continuous improvement, continuously growing, about, abundance, we will reflect that in our lives. Most people, but certainly not all, not everyone, have been raised and brought up in an environment or a mindset of lack, a mindset of poverty, a mindset of scarcity, due to the prevailing circumstances around the time that they were being brought up or during their upbringing. So you would hear that, when we were being brought up, significant others in our lives, be it teachers, parents, uncles, aunts, significant others in the communities, would throw ideas and beliefs around money, around resources, that were reflecting their limiting beliefs and their limited mindset. So, you would hear your parents or grandparents, etc., saying, life is a struggle, life is hard. I'm Sotho, and in my Sotho, there's a saying that says, "Bophelo ke ntwa," meaning life is war. We grew up hearing such sayings and such idioms being thrown around by those that are significant others in our lives. Others would say, money doesn't grow on trees. When you're asking for money from your parents, you would hear things that, don't be asking for so much, money doesn't grow on trees. Riches are for certain races and for certain gender only. We know those mindsets and those wrong limiting beliefs around resources, around money. So you investing in this program, You are part of a generation that is going to erase all of that. That is going to change that mindset and change those limiting beliefs and raise children and grandchildren that don't have that mindset, but that have an abundance mindset, which is in line with our God-given right as children of God. Yes. So we are the generation that's going to flip the script. We are going to change the narrative. We are going to change the story for ourselves, for our families, but for our children's children and for future generations to come. We are that generation. And we're going to do that by reprogramming our minds, renewing our minds, and aligning our minds with the truth of the Word of God, the truth of His principles pertaining abundance, pertaining prosperity. We are aligning with that. And once we align our mindset with that, we align our programming with that, our lives are going to change to reflect that new mindset, that new program that we have adapted. So the change starts with you as an individual before it can filter to your children, before it can filter to your family. That's why it's so important that you have invested in this course yourself, because once you change, you will change your children and you will change your family, and they in turn will change their children. So once you heal yourself, because all of this is about healing, we've injected the wrong mindsets and wrong beliefs. Now we are healing them, we're removing them. Once you heal yourself from all of these limiting beliefs that have held you back and that have blocked you from being that which God has intended you to be, from manifesting the full potential that God, your creator, your maker, intended you to manifest. Once you remove those limiting beliefs and you heal yourself, you will not only heal yourself, but you will heal your family and your future generations. So you are at that pivotal trajectory of changing not only your life, but flipping the script and changing the story for future generations. Let's talk about the difference between what is the abundance mindset and what is a scarcity mindset. There is a difference. An abundance mindset, right, is a paradigm or a lens. Think about it in terms of a pair of glasses that you are looking life through. It's a pair of glasses, it's a paradigm that says there is plenty for everyone to go around. There is plenty for everyone. There is no lack. All of us can have enough. And actually, there is enough for all of us. There is enough provision. There is enough resources for all of us on earth to live abundant, full lives. Success, abundance is not only for a particular race group or particular gender or people in a particular, part of the country, or Europe only or America only or Africa. It's a birthright for all of humanity. Abundance is a birthright for all of humanity. So someone with an abundance mindset sees resources such as money, resources such as time, in the same light that they see natural resources such as the sun, such as the air that we breathe, such as the rain. Yes, think about that. Why do we have a mindset of scarcity around money and around time, yet we don't have that scarcity mindset around natural resources? The sun shines for all of us here on earth. When it rains for all of us. The air we breathe is for all of us. In the same way that those natural resources are here for all of us, the same way that time and money is available for all of us. We just need to have the right mindset that is attuned to be able to manifest it. It's already been provided for us in the spirit realm. The Bible says we've all been blessed with all spiritual blessings in the heavenly realms. Now, what needs to happen is we need to manifest it from the heavenly realms, from the spirit realm where it already exists. We manifest it by faith. We manifest it by pulling it by faith. And faith is right believing, believing in the right way. When we believe the right way, we are able to manifest that which is already ours. We don't struggle. We simply believe that it is, and it becomes. So let's talk about the opposite of an abundance mindset, which is a scarcity, poverty mindset. It sees life and resources as, like a finite pie, a definite pie, like a circle, mini little pie. Think of a pie. A mini little pie, a mini little circle, that if others take a piece of this pie, if others take a little piece of this pie, then there's now less for others to go around. If I give this one piece, I give this other one another piece, okay, now I'm left with 3 pieces. Now I must start hoarding. I must start, stop giving people because I'm limited now. I only have this limited piece of pie. That's someone with a scarcity mentality. They see resources. They see money, time, and resources from a limited perspective as like a small piece of pie that has definite or finite pieces. And if I give someone or someone takes a piece, then there's less left for me. That's a limiting mindset. Think about this and tell me if you see yourself in this description anyway. But let me proceed. So I said a scarcity mindset then believes that if one person wins, then another loses. So a scarcity mindset says one person's win is my loss because it believes that things are limited. So if this one is taking from this limited pool, then there's less left for us. So then you find that it becomes very competitive, wanting to push people away. Why should they be getting? Because now if the more they're succeeding, the more they're getting, the less there is left for me. That's what a limiting mindset things like. And you will see this kind of mindset manifest in many spheres. And let's talk about how it manifests in the business sphere. You'll find some businesses that have this limited mindset, being very competitive. They've got a very competitive mindset that believes that, you know what, now resources are in short supply. The market is limited. The market is this limited pie that I'm talking about. And so you find that companies that have already been dominant players in this limited pie of the market space or the marketplace will adopt competitive and even corrupt competitive strategies to do what? To kick out and destroy smaller businesses or new entrants that are trying to enter the market. They will, adapt strategies like, price collusions, where they will say, right, guys, as big guys, let's fix the price of bread on X amount because we know it's a very low amount, a low cost price, which we can sustain because we are big and, we have the resources. But the smaller players will not be able to sustain their businesses at that price of bread. So let's collude, set the price so low that it does what? It kicks out the smaller players because it will no longer be sustainable for them and viable for them to play in the space at this low cost. And some companies do that. Another way to see this competitive mindset manifest in the business sphere is through adverts. Look at adverts or promotions of products or of services of companies. The minute you see that tagline that competes or that puts another company down, where instead of just marketing their own products or marketing their own services, they're marketing them in relation to how better they are than another brand. Or as they're marketing them, they're putting another brand down. That is a clear sign and telltale sign of a company that operates from a competitive mindset and a limited mindset. Right. So think about the examples that I've given you for companies, and think about how you've been operating your own company if you're already an entrepreneur, or how your company, if you're working for a company, is conducting itself when it comes to marketing. Are you engaging in competitive marketing strategies to get people to give attention to your business and to support your products and programs? Think about that. So, a person with an abundance mindset focuses on the limitless opportunities. Limitless. Someone with an abundance mindset sees life in terms of limitless. There is vastness. Like, I could live 100 million lifetimes and I could still not finish the resources that God, the Creator, has made available. That's the mindset. You could live so many lifetimes and you could still not finish all the resources that are available. They are simply limitless. And there are endless possibilities, endless solutions, to achieve things. So they have that worldview of limitlessness. And whenever they face a challenge or face a problem, someone with an abundance mindset believes that there are endless opportunities and endless possibilities that can be discovered to solve that particular problem. And they then, because they have that limitless mindset, they then set out to discover these limitless opportunities and to receive them by tuning into the divine intuition, the divine abundant intuition, to give them new ideas on how they can solve whatever challenges and problem. They tune into that divine intuition, they tune into that divine inspiration, and they receive novel ideas, novel inventions from God, from Source, from the Father and the author of life himself. And they, give us breakthrough, witty inventions, innovative ideas, innovative solutions to life's problem, simply because they choose not to look to the left, to the right, to look at what competition is doing. The minute you do this and you look left, right, and you look around, you're trying to see what is competition doing and how can I beat them. That's a limited belief, someone with a limiting belief and a scarcity mindset. But the minute you look up and you're in tune, you connect to a higher power, a supreme intelligence, which is God himself, the maker of heavens and earth, the creator of all of humanity. When you create and tune into God, you are able to then get those innovative ideas that change history, that bring new ideas and create new value for humanity, because you have tapped into a higher source, a higher intelligence, which is God. So people with an abundance mindset are what I call value creators, not reactors. The minute you do this and you start looking at what competition is doing, it reduces you to being a reactor. Whatever products and services you are producing are done in reaction to what competition is doing. But someone who's got an abundance mindset and focuses on God as their source of inspiration, tunes into God, sees a problem that's happening in society and says, God, I want to be a solution. I want to bring a solution to this problem. I want to be one of the people that creates value to serve humanity better with my products, with my services, using the unique blueprint you have given me. And that blueprint is a blueprint of who? Of my skills, my passion, my experience, my race, all of that, all your life experiences have created you, have given you a unique blueprint, such that whatever product and service you're offering, it has your unique signature, because no one else on earth has had the exact same experience as you or has the exact same personality as you. No one. That's what gives you your unique blueprint, from your experiences all the way to even your natural endowment, your spiritual endowment. All of that is unique. Remember, I spoke about how we've got a unique blueprint in spirit, in soul, and in body. Nobody can clone that. Nobody. So we need to look at how can we bring solutions to humanity's challenges, to humanity's problems, using our unique blueprint of the gifts that we have in spirit, in soul, and in body, as well as our life experiences. Life experiences we have encountered are not by chance. In every experience that you've been, every challenge you've faced, it has honed your blueprint. It has given you insight that someone else who hasn't had that same experience doesn't have. So our experiences are gemstones. Our challenges that we go through, our experiences are gemstones that we need to leverage and tap into to be able to become value creators and solution bringers to the challenges of society. So let's be value creators, not reactors. So someone who's a value creator believes that there's lots of opportunities, lots of solutions and possibilities to become a solution to the challenges of humanity. They're always ready and keen to create new solutions and to challenges, instead of simply reacting defensively to competition and to what others around them are doing. So they enter business with an intention to create more value to the customers that they serve through their own unique blueprint, as I've mentioned, not in competition with others. So when you are a value creator, you don't compete on price. You don't think that, oh, if this company is offering their product at 10 Rand, I will compete with them and I'll offer mine at 5 Rand. Then people will come to me for 5 Rand instead of that person. You don't play in that field as a value creator. You don't compete on price. You just don't. And it's not out of pride. It's out of knowing that you have your own unique blueprint that you can use to offer solutions, offer products, offer services that are unique to your unique value print. So those with an abundance mentality are always willing to learn. They are always winning. They are always winning. If they're not winning, they are learning. Here's the thing. When you have an abundance mindset, you are always winning or learning. There is no losing. Because their motto is that everything works out for my good. Okay? There's a scripture in the Bible that says that as well. All things work for your good. God is able to use all experiences, be they negative or tough experiences, painful experiences, or even the good. He is able to help you, give you the wisdom to make all of that work together for your good. If you use your unique blueprint, combine all of those experiences, and then transmute whatever pain it was into a solution. The minute we can have the wisdom to transmute and turn around painful situations into gemstone of solutions. Oprah Winfrey calls it turning your wounds into wisdom. That is exactly what we need to do. The minute you are able to turn your wounds and your painful situations into solutions, into wisdom, then you become a value creator, because you have an abundance mindset that, you know what, God does not waste experiences. Every experience, whether it's a good or a painful experience, it works out for my good. So no experience is wasted in the life of a value creator who holds an abundance mindset. So you can choose to live a life of abundance where you are always focusing on the positive, on the possibilities, the limitless possibilities, where you are always willing to learn lessons and reap and harvest a lesson from every experience available to you. It is an abundance mindset that you choose to have, and it's a choice. It is a choice. And the minute you choose this abundance mindset, you're literally you are choosing life. You are choosing to live and bring the will of God, to bring heaven on earth as it is in heaven. You are choosing to align yourself with the blueprint of God, to align yourself with the will of God for your life, where you bring heaven on earth. When we pray the Lord's Prayer and we say, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, we are simply saying, let me be a channel that brings the manifestation of your perfect will that is already there, present on earth. Let me bring it to manifestation here on earth through my products, through my services that are saving humanity and bettering humanity and making me become a value creator that brings solutions to the challenges and problems that humanity faces. Now, I want to take you through deeper now into understanding at a deeper level what an abundance mindset is about. There's a book I'd like to recommend to you. Actually, it's two books. One is called The Blue Ocean Strategy. It's by W. Chan Kim and Renee Marbon. So this duo wrote a brilliant book called Blue Ocean Strategy. And then they've since released another book called, which is a sequel to that. It's called The Blue Ocean Shift, Beyond Competing. The Blue Ocean Shift, Beyond Competing. So once again, it just shows you that people out there in the world, especially the marketplace, are realizing that a limited mindset is not sustainable even to run business. And so these two authors, through these two books, are showing us in practical ways how we can shift from a scarcity mentality to an abundance mentality. They call this scarcity mentality the red ocean thinking, and as they call the abundance mindset the blue ocean thinking. So there's red ocean thinking, it's about scarcity, it's about competing in a blue, red, bloody ocean. And then there's a abundance mentality that is around the blue ocean strategy, that is about seeing life and the marketplace in, through the lens of endless possibilities. So let me just take you through one or two aspects or points that they're talking about in this book, but I do recommend that you buy the book and delve into some of the principles yourself. So they're saying in this book that the red ocean mentality sees the marketplace in terms of very competitive mindset. It says we are competing in an existing limited market space, and the only way we can be successful is if we beat competition. Right? So you see in this book they're even demonstrating the red ocean in terms of a huge ocean, but that is just full of blood, and you see these sharks that are just there, like the big players, big market players, the so-called sharks that are just eating the smaller fish or the smaller players through these competitive strategies that I've given you, right? Some of them are being that are very, very corrupt, of price collusions, etc. Where it's about, for you to be a dominant player in this limited pie, I need to check out all the other small players. Because the pie is very finite, it's very small, and it can only be sustained by 4 or 5 of us. And anyone else that comes, we must check them out. It's those kind of strategies where it's about beating competition, looking to the left, the right to see what is competition doing, how do I do it better, how do I steal their clients and bring their clients to me, how do I lower my prices for those clients to come to me. All of that thinking is red ocean mentality, red ocean strategies. If your business is currently adopting those strategies, come out of that strategy. Come out of that thinking. Come out of the red ocean. Come out. Come out, people of God. Come out. Come out. Come out of the red ocean thinking. That's not our portion. God, our creator, our maker, is calling us forth to adopt an abundance mindset, where we see life, we see the marketplace in our businesses in the form of limitlessness. In this book, they're calling it creating an uncontested marketplace. So instead of competing for an existing small marketplace, you actually create an uncontested market space through your unique blueprint, through products and services that are unique to you, to your makeup, to your experience, to your experiences, and to everything, to your core competencies as a business. Because every business has its own strengths, its own core competencies that it needs to draw from, that make it and position it to be able to offer unique value to the industry and to society based on leveraging its core competencies as a business. And as an individual, your core competencies are your strengths, your talents, your experience. All of that is your core competence. Is your core competence. Now, play and become a solution bringer. Create solutions and products and services that are leveraging on your core competencies to close a gap, to solve a problem in the marketplace, to solve a problem in society using your core competence. And this mindset, the blue ocean mindset, instead of beating competition, which is the mindset of the red ocean, this one says, I make competition irrelevant. I make competition irrelevant. Competition is relevant because when you are doing you, when you are solving societal problems using your own unique blueprint, using all that is unique to you as a human being, your gifts, your talents, your experience, the tone of your voice, the way you look, all of that is unique to you, your unique fingerprint. When you solve societal challenges and problems using your unique fingerprint, doing you to solve humanity's problems, competition is irrelevant. It's irrelevant because you can't compete with yourself. You are you, and nobody else can compete with who you are. Is that sinking in? Competition is irrelevant when you do you. When you solve humanity's problems, doing you, uniquely you, solving those problems, but in a way that only you can, using how you are wired. Competition is irrelevant. You're just flowing, doing your thing naturally with ease, no pressure from anyone. You are flowing. Then it says when we're operating on this new mindset of the blue ocean strategy, we create and we capture new demand. We create and we capture new demand instead of exploiting existing limited demand, which is the red ocean thinking. This thinking says you create and you capture new demand. Why is it new demand? Because there are always people that are looking for the solutions that you carry. There are those people that are there. Their destinies are so intricately connected to yours. They are waiting for you to fully manifest that which you are carrying so that they can, learn from you, so they can benefit from you manifesting your destiny, from you living out your potential, from you getting that business up that you're supposed to get up, getting those products and solutions out of in the market that you're supposed to get up. They are waiting for those people, for your products and services. So you are creating a new demand because you are choosing to use your unique strengths, your unique talents, your unique voice print to solve challenges that are already there in humanity. And therefore you are going to create new products and services. They are going to be unique to you. They're going to have your own ringtone. They're going to have your own fingerprint. Now, in this book, they then talk about a number of pathways that we need to use to then change the lens from viewing life and particularly the marketplace through a red ocean mentality, but to moving to seeing life through a blue ocean mentality. So path one that they're explaining is that we need to look across complementary products and services. Write that down. It's in your journal as well, not your journal, your guide. Look across complementary products and services. That's number one. How do you do this? You need to understand that as a solution bringer or a value creator, how do I provide a solution that provides a total solution to the needs that my niche market are looking for? How do I make my solution comprehensive? How do I make it a total solution? Okay, what are the ways in which I can eliminate pain points or points of intimidation across the total solution or across the value chain? I speak English. Let's break it down into practical terms. How do you do that? You ask yourself a couple of questions. Let's focus on two. The first question is, how can I create better value? Think about value, because I said you are a value creator. Think about how can I create a better value for my customers through my products and services. How can I create better value for them? Number two, what happens before, during, and after my products and services have been used by this particular customer that I'm serving? So if, for instance, an example I've given in your guide is the example of a fitness coach. If you're a fitness coach and currently your services are around providing fitness training or fitness exercises to students that come and enroll in your gym or that do your fitness training through Zoom or through other platforms. Now, ask yourself, how can I reposition myself to offer a total health, fitness, and wellness solution to these customers? Because these customers are coming and signing up for my classes, fitness classes, because they want to be healthy. They want wellness. They're seeking wellness. So what else? What other services and products can I offer them to help them in that goal of health, wellness, of fitness? When you think about that, you stop limiting yourself from just one service of offering a fitness training to a holistic total solution to help your clients achieve their goal of health, wellness, and fitness. So as an example, you will now redefine yourself from being a fitness coach to offering a total health and wellness solution that could include health supplements. You could offer health supplements, branded health supplements to your particular clients that are coming to you for fitness exercises. You could offer them essential oils for them to ease muscle pain after training with you. Essential oils to help them relax muscle pains after training with you. You could offer them what? You could offer them health recipe books because they are pursuing health and wellness, and it is part of a health and wellness. You can offer them health recipe books to help them attain health and wellness, not only through exercise, but also through eating well. You could also create apps to help them track their progress, apps to help them eat better, to help them drink water better. All of those things you can put and create an app for your target customers. You could also offer exercise videos to help you to not limit your offering to only your time, not to move away from exchanging your time for money, because then you are able to reach more clients. So you offer some of them video exercises that they're able to do at their leisure. You could do what? Gym gear. You could do gym gear, fit and wellness gear. So this is where you can, it's limitless opportunities. If you are into yoga and you're training your people yoga, you do yoga gear. If you're doing dance fitness exercises, your gear and your fitness gear is going to be geared towards that. It needs to be flowy to allow them to flow and move easily and beautifully when they are doing the exercises. You could even include that and incorporate exercise accessories that your people can use during exercise. You could even create little mini cute towels, hand towels or face towels that your people can then wipe their faces with, wipe the sweat off their face during the exercise, right? You could even do water bottles, because when you're exercising, you're drinking water. Yeah, during exercise, you drink water. So your water bottles are all branded, etc. You've got water bottles, you've got towels, you've got yoga mats, all of that. So think about the total solution. What is it that my client needs during the exercises? They are sweating, they need clothes, they need to dry themselves, they need to drink water. How can I be a solution to that? How can I provide those solutions to that? What's going to happen afterwards? What if they exercise and then they go back and eating wrong food? Let me help them there. Let me give them a healthy recipe books, and let me give them a tracker to help track themselves. So you're helping them during the exercise, you're helping them after the exercise, you're even helping before the exercise. Then you say, okay, after they exercise, their muscles are going to be sore, they're going to be tired. How can I help them? Oh, let me give them some essential oils to help them massage their bodies and take nice long baths, relaxing baths, with bath salts, with essential oils to ease those hard, sore muscles. Now you've provided what? A total solution to your clients. You see how that works? Now pause this video and write down a list of your complementary products and services and a total service that you can offer to your clients. I've given you a nice example of a fitness coach which to help you unpack that. Products and services that you can create to help your clients before, during, and after they have used your service. How do you help them provide a total solution? Pause and then do that. And then once you are done, we'll move on to path number 2. Path number 2 talks about looking at ways, it says look across buyer groups. This is what they're saying in the book of the Blue Ocean Strategy. They say value creating companies are following the path of looking across buyer groups. The first path is called looking across complementary products and services. This one is called looking across buyer groups. So this one is very interesting and it's quite short. What you're doing, let's give you an example. The best way for me to explain it to you is through an example. A company called Canon that are doing manufacturing office equipment, printers, etc., scanners. They adopted a blue ocean mindset when they shifted their target customer or target buyer group from that of a procurement department, because normally corporate organizations who buys and purchases all these big equipments, machines and printers for the company is the procurement department. So initially they were targeting the buyer group of procurement department or procurement manager or procurement officer. To say, right, the procurement officer will be looking at the whole landscape of the company and saying, this department needs a printer, that department needs a printer, therefore if we've got 7 departments, we need 7 printers, then they order 7 printers. But what they decided to do is to shift perspective and say, how about we stop only looking at servicing the buyer group called the procurement department, but we look at who are the other buyers that are using printers in the companies. If you think about it, buyers that are using printers in the companies are usually the secretaries or the administrators to the department or to the head of the department. Those are the ones that are typing letters and printing letters, walking up and down from their desks to the printer every day or every minute or every time of the or every hour of the day to be printing and collecting things they're printing, right? And then they thought, wow, how can we make life easier for these secretaries and administrators of departments that have to keep walking up and down from their desks to the main printer of the department? Then they came up with the concept of a desktop printer, which the administrators and the secretaries and the PAs can put and keep on their desks, and then they don't have to be walking up and down the whole day to go collect their print. And now what was birthed? The desktop printer. So the desktop printer was birthed because Canon started thinking, who else is using our products and services or our printer in the company, and how can we create more value for them and make life more easier for them by bringing a more portable, user-friendly a printer that is right there at that desk, and then they don't have to walk around. And by doing that, they created an additional income stream for themselves. Not only are they now selling, they're still selling the big printer that is going to be for the department, but they've carved for themselves a second income stream of through the desktop user printer. So now they're selling two products. The big product that they were selling originally, but now they have created another income stream, which is an income stream of desktop users. That's how you create multiple or other additional income streams, by thinking of buyer groups. Who else is using my product and services, and how can I make it easier for them to use my products and services? Then the last path, which is path 3 that I want to discuss with you, is called look across the functional and emotional orientation of an industry. Look across the functional and emotional orientation of an industry. So this is beautiful. This is one of my favorite ways to develop more income streams. And the best way for me to explain it to you once again is through an example. I love the products of Carol Boyce. As I said to you, she's an icon. She's now late, but her company still remains an icon and still remains a force to be reckoned with in the South African industry as well as globally. It is a global blueprint. In lesson 3, we're going to go into a deeper case study to unpack the evolution and the growth of Carol Boyce using the blueprint that I will be sharing with you. But Carol Boyce shifted the homeware industry from a purely functional orientation to she rather fused it with now emotional orientation and art. Let me just unpack to you what is a functional orientation and what is an emotional orientation. A functional orientation is when you're using a product for what its function is. So you use a pen to write. So the function of a pen is to write. So if you're focusing purely on a functional orientation of your product, you will just package your pen in any other way. You will have this pen as an example. It's a function, it serves its function, it's functional, it's blue, and it writes. But what Carol Boyce did was she fused functionality, which is the purpose of the pen, it's meant to write. She fused it with art, which is more of an emotional orientation, because we buy art because it inspires, certain emotions from us. It evokes certain emotions from us. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to see. Here's another piece of art of some of the things that Carol Boyce has done. This is something where you put your pen in, and yet it's beautiful to look at. It's a work of art on its own, and yet it has the function of putting your pen inside. So by doing this, fusing and combining her passion for art with functionality, she was able to carve a unique market niche for herself in the entire homeware industry. And now her product and services have moved beyond just the homeware and just the dining area, etc., to literally taking over every single room in your home, to your office at work or at home, to the bathroom, to the dining area, to every single place. She even has now they've got a line where they've got dining furniture ware, etc. But her example is a beautiful example of how someone decided to fuse or combine the functionality aspect of a pen or of a product to then fusing it with the emotional side, art, to bring and carve a unique marketplace and niche for her products and services, right? So instead of just offering a pen, which is a normal pen, her pen, this is also a Carol Boyce pen, her pen is unique. It works, it functions, it writes, but it's beautifully decorated with art. Now think about how you in your business can find creative ways to fuse functionality with emotion, functionality with art, functionality with emotion. Think about those ways, because once you do that, you're going to create unique, beautiful products and services that are fusing things in the most unique way, blending things in the most unique way, as she did. Then let's carry on with the abundance mindset as the key to creating multiple income streams. So for us to manifest multiple income streams, we need to create a mindset of abundance, as I've said. And we need to know that abundance is our divine birthright. Abundance, we shouldn't resist it. It is part of our heritage. When something is your inheritance, you have it. You don't have to struggle. You have it. Don't resist it. Don't struggle. You have it. So it's our divine birthright to walk and live in abundance. Christ says in John 10:10, I've come that they may have life, and life more abundantly. So abundance is our portion. Christ, the Son of God, had to come down and die for us so that we could have this abundant life. Why make his death to be in vain by carrying on walking in lack, walking in scarcity, when a whole sacrifice of a human being, God who became flesh, came to die for us, to live and walk in this abundance? So you are not being greedy when you are wanting to seek and walk in abundance. You are simply wanting to actualize and manifest your birthright. It's your divine inheritance and your divine nature. So let's talk about Genesis, because that's where the blueprint comes from that we're going to be sharing in the next lesson. When the first man, Adam, was created, he was placed in the Garden of Eden, which had all the natural provision that he ever needed to fulfill his tasks and assignment of tending and manning the garden, working the garden. That was his assignment, to work the garden, to tend the garden. And God, the Creator, gave Adam all the resources that Adam ever needed, to be able to do that. What was the way in which the provisions were made? There was a river that was flowing into his garden and providing him in the garden all the necessary provision of water that he needed to tend and water the garden. Please look at the picture that is in your guide, the picture where I've drawn a river flowing into this garden with Adam in there, with the mandate to tend and water and keep this garden. A water was given, a body of water, a river was given to him, right? And then this river further then split into 4 other riverlets, or small other rivers, which are named there in your guide. And so the whole point is that for that which we need to do, provision has already been made. We simply need to tune in to our purpose, tune in to our passion, tune to our purpose, so that that river of provision will then be able to be directed properly to to ventures that are purpose driven. The water of provision will not flow into our lives if we don't know our purpose, because our purpose serves as the director and channeler of that provision to touch the lives of others through multiple income streams that we create and riverlets that flow out of our lives. You've got to get that. The river of provision is already there. It's waiting for you to position yourself, locate yourself in your purpose and your assignment. And then from that assignment, rivers need to flow from you. Rivers of multiple income streams that are helping others, that are impacting others positively, that are becoming solutions to humanity. It all flows from purpose. So, to live from multiple income streams and all of these revenue streams is part of our blueprint, as the book of Genesis shows. We need to embrace this. We must own it. We need to own it so that we can manifest it and live it out and embody it. Okay? So I would like to take you through some affirmations and confessions that I'd like you to take at this point, to be able to help you shift your mindset into this abundance mindset, which you and I need to walk in and to believe that we have. So the first affirmation or confession there says, I am meant to live from multiple income streams or revenue streams. Say it. Repeat it after me. I am meant to live from multiple income streams. I am meant to live from multiple income streams. Living with one income stream is outside my divine makeup and blueprint. Say it. Living with one income stream is outside my divine makeup and blueprint. I am created to live an abundant life. Say it. I am created to live an abundant life. 4. All that I need to accomplish my purpose has already been provided for me. Say it. All that I need to accomplish my purpose has already been provided for me. 5. I already have all the resources I need to accomplish my mission on earth. I already have all the resources I need to accomplish my assignment and mission on earth. Okay, so say that, repeat that. If you have to write it down every day for you for it to sink in your spirit, to sink in your soul, do that. But just keep reminding yourself so that you can rewire and reprogram your mind to align with the mindset of abundance. All right. So in your exercise, I've also given you another exercise to do, which I will not necessarily do now in the video with you, but I want you to write that down. There are those questions that are talking about what were your parents' belief systems about money. Take time to think about that. Did you grow up believing that there is enough money to meet all of your needs, or that money was scarce? Just reflect. What were you taught about your career and about business? Were you taught that you need to study to get some secure employment, and then you work until retirement and then you die, or were you taught and encouraged to pursue both employment as well as business or entrepreneurship? Okay, did you grow up viewing professionals as being better than entrepreneurs? This is very true for me. Every time I read this, I have to laugh because it rings true with me. This was one of my limiting beliefs when I was growing up. I used to believe that professionals are actually better than entrepreneurs because I grew up from a family of teachers. My mom and my dad were teachers, and they were professionals. And I thought that people who were entrepreneurs, selling things, having shops, etc., I thought that they were struggling and they were like poor. And I thought that was the only thing that they had to do for them to make ends meet, because they didn't have profession, they didn't have education. That has been a limiting belief that I've had to erase. For me to adopt a mindset that says, hang on, entrepreneurship is my birthright. I shouldn't limit myself only to a profession. I can have a profession, sure, but over and above the profession, I can also pursue other income streams outside of my profession as an entrepreneur. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm struggling or that I'm poor. Please check yourself and see if that mindset is not holding you back from pursuing other multiple income streams that you should be pursuing. Did you grow up thinking that it is beneath you to sell goods and services? Is that ringing true for you? For me, that was a case. I had to outgrow that. Were you taught that money is a great resource, to have? Or did you grow up seeing money as the root of evil? Some people were taught that money is the root of evil by the religious system at the time. Do you currently have more than one income stream? Or are you relying on one business alone or one profession alone to meet your needs? Think about that. What has COVID-19 taught you about job security, about business, and relying on one stream of income? Reflect on those, and write your reflections down. So as I conclude this lesson on adopting the mindset, the right mindset to create multiple income streams, I would like to say to you that with an abundance mindset, you will be able to create, not only create, but also sustain multiple income streams. The right mindset is the bedrock and foundation on which we build our lives and our success. The right mindset is the bedrock. As I said when I began the lesson, as a man thinketh, so is he. Our lives are simply a reflection of the thoughts and belief patterns that we are holding on to. Let's make sure that those are aligned with the reality we want to experience. If you want to experience abundance in your life, you have to adopt the mindset of abundance. In the next lesson, we dive into the actual blueprint and framework to create these multiple income streams. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. See you in lesson 3. Thank you.